I'm here with Steve. We're outside Old Trafford, Manchester United 4, Newcastle 1, 3 points in the bag, a little bit closer to top 4 after Chelsea's result. What did you make of that today, Steve?
Thought actually in the end it was good, apart from Luke Shaw. Thought everyone else was good. I thought one of the main differences is having Mason instead of Dan James, because he's more of a playmaker, innit? Like, he'll actually try and do stuff with the ball rather than being just super direct. And with Marcus being super direct on one side, we needed people who can actually like hold the ball and have a bit of gameplay around them. So I thought Mason brought that, and not just that, there's a real touch of class with the guy, isn't he? I don't want to get too carried away.
He doesn't always need space in behind, maybe like... Say that again. Without getting giddy though, it was great to see every single one of the front three score today. Mason, Marcus and Martial as well. What was the difference between the attacking we saw against Watford and today?
Well, do you know what? I think with 5 minutes to go, we'd had 8 shots on target, which is exactly how many we'd had against Watford. Look at the fucking difference in the mood. We were still having the same amount of shots, and I mean, and arguably, you know, some of the shots that Andreas was having and stuff like that were of equal level of shit. But we were just putting them in better places. And look at the one that hit the post off Tony Marshall. The accuracy of some of the goals was fucking brilliant, and I think we was just a lot more clinical than we was against Watford. Against Watford, we was getting them on target, but it was straight at Ben Foster, wasn't it? He weren't even pulling out wonder saves. It was just easy saves for him. I felt the worst actually when we conceded, but we came back through. We stayed calm. We kept playing our game. Thought Fred was everywhere today. Do you know what? If someone just says to him, "Hey mate, do you know what? Fuck that shooting off. Leave that. Think about other stuff. Yeah, let other people deal with that, and you just play your game." I think you've got a decent little player in there. I don't know if he's top class, world class, but he's decent. So I'd like to see him played there on a regular basis. But this means absolutely nothing if we don't build some consistency now. You've got to go and get 3 points at Turf Moor, and you've got to get 3 points at the Emirates. Otherwise, this is an absolute waste of fucking time.
It does seem to be that way, doesn't it? 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Every time we think we've got going or turned the corner, the old phrase, we seem to end up back in square one again. How do we stop that from happening?
Well, you just got to take it one game at a time, haven't you? Like, cliche alert, but that's what you've got to do. You've got to go to Burnley on Saturday and you've got to get 3 points, and then you need to go and get 3 points on New Year's Day. That's all you've got to do. Stop trying to think ahead. Stop trying to project what's going to happen. Stop trying to project this, that and the other. How are we going to do in the cup or whatever? Fuck that noise. Turn up on Saturday, get 3 points, then turn up on Wednesday and get 3 points. We're capable of doing it. We're easily capable of doing it, but we're also capable of nil-nil in the fuck out of it or losing. So I just want to see some consistency from us.
Almost a year of Ole now. Have we made progress under him?
I think when even
if we've had to go back to go forward.
I think what you'll say is the squad's in a different place. He's changed the culture of the squad. He's changed the makeup of the squad. We are now a much younger squad. We don't have the likes of Fellaini. We don't have Herrera, although I think we would all like to have seen him kept around. We don't have Sanchez. We don't have Lukaku. Maybe we don't have some players that didn't have the stomach for the fight. And he's changing that into players that look like they've got the stomach for the fight. I think there's players that have got their head on the chopping block still. I think Andreas Pereira's decision-making...
He's good today.
I think his decision-making is still a bit rum at times.
He was good today, Steve.
No, there's things that he like these easy balls that he just doesn't see.
No. There's so many things go on in his head, like when he's got the ball. Wait there. When he's got the ball, that he makes the wrong decision, awful amount.
Yeah, because it's not a skill thing. It's not an ability thing. He's a very, very good technical footballer, but his decision-making is garbage. Yeah. I think Luke Shaw's head's on the chopping block. You know,
he committed someone today. He pushed forward today, try and make something happen, and a goal came from it. But before that, it was just nothing.
I don't think he crosses the edge of the box in that area to the side of the box. He never gets into that. I think he had the ball the second most out of all the players on our team today. He made nothing with it. Like, I don't think any of his crosses found anybody. He just did nothing. And so many times that you'd see us breaking into space, and it's there for him to sprint into. And we know he's quick when he decides he's going to run. But so many times he would just jog into the space, and you think, if you'd have actually just darted into that space, someone's got to deal with you, and it opens up the space for people in front of you. And I'm thinking that just epitomises Luke Shaw, that he just doesn't want to put that extra 5-10% in, and there's other players that will. And I think they need to play.
A.K.A. Brandon Williams. Martial nearly got a hat-trick today, but who was your man of the match?
Between Tony and Fred, I think. I thought Fred was excellent today. Yeah. But I'll give it Tony for the ice-cold second finish.
Tony fucking Marshall. Cheers, Steve.